When music is in your blood, life will lead you to the people and places that will give you an opportunity to expose your talent to the world. You must take full advantage of these opportunities and work hard to reach your goals. There's a young lady from St. Louis whom we're going to learn about today that's hard at work, on the rise, and ready to leave her mark in music history. Her name is K HNK. Growing up, she was heavily inspired by her Uncle Earl that went by Lil 2, who was a rapper that she unfortunately lost at a very young age in 2006. She was also highly influenced by the R&B artists like Keyshia Cole that she heard by way of her mother. She would dedicate herself to music at a young age of 10, writing her first songs with her god sister. One of the first songs that her family noticed was a song called Lover Boy that her mother didn't approve of because she was talking about boys at a young age. Seeing her daughter loved singing and had talent, she jumped on board and put her full support behind K.
God said I'm gonna be something. So many talents, I'm gonna be something. Make my family proud, they know something. This ain't no easy ride, I know it's coming.
She continues to provide unwavering support, and along with K's manager Monica, they built a system to encourage and protect her. She began writing her first songs using beats she got off of YouTube, and her family and friends couldn't help but notice her talent. She went by K because her real name, KAYYY, is often mispronounced, and that avoids the name butchering.
Say my name, her name K. Say my name, her name K. The biggest to do it, the littest to do it. Say my name, her name K. Just talking my city, know I'm real pretty. Say my name, her name K.
Her mom will begin to tell her about their cousin, who made a name for himself through hip-hop in the St. Louis area, and she felt that he would be a great help to her career and got her through the music industry. Whit made a name for himself, first with his solo album, Lil Whit for the Fellas, that was ahead of anything in the city at the time. He would bring DJ Raw to St. Louis and brought together majority of the talent on HN Records, featuring on the label's compilation album, St. Louis's Finest. He later transitioned from rapper to label head in the 2000s, dedicating himself to developing local talent. After hearing about Whit by way of her mother, they finally crossed paths, meeting in 2022 at a funeral for K's aunt. Her mother introduced her to Whit, and the two got into deep conversation later at the repast. Later that night, they went to the studio and worked on their first music together, and she was brought into the Flatline family. Once she began working with Whit, K added rapping to her resume, writing her first rhymes and showing a surprising amount of skill, sounding like a seasoned vet.
Moving real basic, I chase it, see it to believe it. No tracing, handing this shit that I'm facing. Dreams so big that I'm chasing, real as it get, no faking.
Rapping came easy to her as she learned how to write songs at 10 by looking up lyrics to songs online and changing them to make them her own, developing song structure and starting to create original music by the time she was a teenager. Eager to display his newfound talent, Whit and the Flatline team went to work on K's first album and working on her performance and stage presence. She began performing at local clubs, car shows, and other events, building her following and releasing music on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and all other major platforms. Her career is advancing quickly, and she released her first album in March of 2023, HNK vs. Yana. You get to know her two personas, the rapper HNK and the R&B diva Yana. Impressing many with the album, it will lead to more opportunities, including an invite to St. Louis's #1 hip-hop station, 104.1, where her music is played, and it took a deep dive into her life and career, giving more people in the city a chance to learn about another talented artist from the city that relies on her talent, not her beauty or gimmick.
When they hear her name K come on the radio or in the club, they start the what's your let's get your top ATL big time.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the success of her first album, it led her to the Ugly Money Music Summit in Atlanta in April of 2024. K showed up and showed out, dominating the competition and winning the Universal Group stage.
Been an amazing week. Shouts out to K for winning the Universal stage. I need you, Chris.
The performance got her a buzz in Atlanta as local podcasters and clubs have booked her for performances. She was also recognized as the 2024 Female R&B Artist of the Year by the St. Louis American. She followed it up with I'm Still Here in August of 2024, and it isn't slowing down for her.
Popping tags, a whole lot of cash. Yes, this is the money flow. Let's go. Whole lot of cash up in my bag. Louis Prada Gucci all on my ass. I be rocking these jeans like I'm popping tags. I got your vision coming back. Now you no longer blind. I'm out of sight. I'm out of mind. I'm hella fine. I blow your mind. I'm one of a kind. It's flatline. I'm one of a kind. It's flatline. I see a op. They better run. Ain't going in till we see the sun. Grinding all night up to the morning. Counting this money just cut my thumb.
2025 is shaping up to be a huge year for K and the Flatline Records family, with new albums in the works, and K is competing for Indie Artist of the Year. This is huge for her in the city, and you can show your support by voting here. St. Louis has a lot of talent, and when it reaches the national stage, it always succeeds. So put your support behind one of our own that's handling her business in a respectable way and is oozing with talent and charisma. So you've heard her music and learned her story. Now go vote for our next superstar and download her albums on Spotify. So remember, when you're looking for new music, turn to Flatline Records. And always remember, her name is K HNK.